Hello all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to discuss about cookies in PHP, or you can say general internet cookies. Now, whenever you visit any site, nowadays it is important to accept cookies. If we don't accept the cookies, it is not allowing us to visit the site data. Then we will be learning why it is required to accept cookies, what are these cookies and why is it safe or unsafe, what they are actually doing, and why cookies are required to save on browser or internet. I have just mentioned few points here which will describe a basic information about the cookie. Cookies are generally considered as small files. Okay. These small files are nothing but which will be accepting users information on browser. Let's say if I'm visiting any site, then that particular page will open a cookie page which will ask me for enter username, id, password, sometimes my hobbies, sometimes my interest, sometimes the location. These informations are stored in cookies. Cookies is just nothing but a file which will store these information. So I'll be just explaining this basic lines. So the way I've explained, small files which will be saved on user's browser. It can be only read by the domain or the server, and if I am a user and if I am creating any particular cookie, then only I am the owner to see the cookie, to modify the cookie, and those information cannot be seen by any other person. Cookie does have expiry time, so if I do not set the expiration time, then it will be automatically expired when the browser is closed. If I do set expiry time, then it will expire according to the time which I am setting. Sometimes, and I must say always the web browser have a option to disable cookies, but if we want to run cookies on PHP, we have to set this cookies enabled. Why cookies are used? As I have told you, to identify user and to save their information and to create customized page. I will be telling you what is customized page later. These are few steps which are been followed by cookie whenever the cookie has been accepted by user. Very first thing, you can follow the first step. Ask to fill out information such as name, login ID, email address, interest. Whenever this is a basic example. Whenever we visit any site, and if it is compulsorily asking for cookie, then it opens a small page which asks for filling out the name, login ID, email address, interest, password, phone number, information. We generally do later, and sometimes if it is compulsory and if it is urgent for us to go through that data, we do fill the information. Now, what happens if you fill that information? See, when you fill that information, that all informations are packaged. It means combined into one page, and that is known as cookie. Now, this cookie, whichever you have filled, will be sent to your web browser. So, your web browser will save the cookie which you have sent to the server page of another site. Okay, and the one copy will be saved on your web browser. Whenever next time you will be opening the same site, for example, if I'm going to google.com and if I'm again opening that page, then my browser will be giving the same information which has been stored to the site server. Let's say Google. Here I am taking that example. So it says what? The browser will automatically send a cookie to the web server, and that web server will recognize because the very first time it accepted data from my side and gave one copy to my browser. Now this time my browser will send copy to the server, and that server will recognize the cookie. If the recognition that the information will match, it will be able to remember me and will be setting up and giving me retrieval the information according to my choice. Whenever and whatever I require, it will provide me. Simple example, the way I told the customization of page, remember? So customized page is nothing but, let's say for example, if you are applying for any exam, generally if you are visiting any university website, or if you are passing any login information, sometimes it happens whenever you log in, you can see on top left corner or on the center or top right corner or in the middle, you find out welcome and your name has been printed. That whenever you log in, that has been actually provided to you by cookie. There's a simple example you can remember for cookies. So here I have mentioned the example, or if you visit any site and if your information is stored in the form of cookie, then the welcome page will display your name as welcome Riddhi, because my name is Riddhi.